Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a certain piece of Ninjago media that the majority of Ninjago fans might not even be aware of. I personally didn't know a whole lot about this part of Ninjago until I looked into it doing research for this video, and I would go as far as to say that a lot of Ninjago fans do not know that these things even exist. I am of course referring to the Ninjago trading card game that is very common in the UK. And when I say the Ninjago trading card game, I am not talking about the cards that came with the Ninjago spinners of 2011 and 2012. Those will be saved for their own video altogether when I feel the need to look back upon those things, but in terms of today's video, yeah, we're going to be discussing the Ninjago trading card game, which does exist. This card game is very common in the UK and other European territories. The United States and the North American audience hardly gets any of this action over here. And because a large majority of my audience is based in the United States and other North American territories, I'm willing to bet that a lot of you guys don't know about this trading card game. This card game has been around for quite some time, being available in the UK and other European territories ever since 2016, with new releases of sets being common even up to this very day. This card game has been around for quite some time and it's still being produced to this day with new content, and I find it to be extremely fascinating. There's a lot that goes into this Ninjago card game, and there's a lot to talk about in terms of how the game is played, what types of cards you can collect, and overall what exactly this game is all about. There are quite a few videos from official sources on YouTube going over how to play this card game. I will be leaving a link to both of these videos down below in the description. Feel free to check them out if you so desire. So in terms of the card game, let's talk about what exactly can be done with the card game and how you can play the game. So from what I understand, there are a lot of different types of Ninjago cards, very collectible cards as well, each representing a certain character or event from the Ninjago series. Some of the character cards even introduce exclusive variants of the ninja, like Zane, who we know is an official design but has never appeared in the show, nor has he appeared as an official LEGO minifigure. However, you can find Zane in the card game, which is honestly pretty cool. There are even a couple of different ways that Ninjago fans can play this game depending on how complicated they want the game to be. As mentioned, we do have character cards representing a certain Ninjago character, both heroes and villains. We also have vehicle cards that provide bonuses to your stats. We also have action cards and puzzle cards, which are used to make custom arenas. The game is played on a map like this. It's a very simplistic looking map, but the game can get pretty complicated pretty quick. In a simple game, you can play with just character cards. Each player has 20, and you can have a mix of both heroes and villains. It doesn't really matter. And the goal here is to have a series of duels between yourself and your opponent, and obviously your goal is to win those duels. After winning a duel, you will control the other person's cards, and from my understanding, the goal of the game is to claim all of your opponent's characters as your own allies. There is a more complicated way to play the game as well, including some of those aforementioned vehicle cards and other action cards as well. And if you want to hear more about those types of game modes, again, link down below in the description for those couple of instructional videos. But overall, the game itself sounds like a lot of fun. In terms of where you can buy these cards, now that's obviously the big question that I had going into this. Even though the cards aren't available in the US, can I still get them imported over here? Can I still buy them somehow? And thankfully, you can. In the UK, it's pretty easy to get your hands on some of these, obviously, since they're available pretty much everywhere, as the game is very common in the UK. Like a lot of other trading card games, they come in various booster packs, things like that. In the US, you can actually get these, obviously not locally, but you can find them online through websites like Bricklink, eBay, and other secondhand sites that are selling them and shipping them to the US. I would totally recommend using Bricklink. I always recommend Bricklink when it comes to actually buying LEGO collectibles, LEGO minifigures, and even cards like the Ninjago trading card game. Of course, the price for US buyers is going to be a little bit challenging depending on what card you're trying to get and in what condition. For the UK audience watching my videos, I am very certain that these cards are very easy to come by, as they are still in modern circulation even to this very day. And that's basically what you need to know for the Ninjago trading card game. It exists, it's out there, and there's actually a game that you can play with the cards. In terms of my personal thoughts on this whole thing, for those that don't know, I used to be really into collecting trading cards of all kinds, and I imagine a lot of other people watching this video who may be trading card enthusiasts could probably look into these and actually start a pretty decent collection. I think it would be a lot of fun to collect these cards personally, but unfortunately, like I said, they're not really available here in the US, only available in the UK. I could not find anything in relation to why the cards are not released in North America. They just simply are not, which I think is a pretty big shame. Like I said earlier though, there are ways to buy them if you do live in the US. I'm not sure if I will go out of my way to buy the entire collection, but maybe I'll buy a few that I'm fond of, or I might just even buy enough to make a small little deck, who's to say. But I really love the idea of this Ninjago trading card game. I think it sounds amazing, and huge props to the UK audience out there. I'm sure this game is a lot of fun, and you guys will have to let me know more about this game down below in the comment section. And for all of the viewers watching this video that exist in a different part of the world where these cards are not actively available, what do you think about the card game? Does it sound fun, and does it seem like something that you would be willing to try to collect. And also for the general audience, have you heard of this card game before this video? I said earlier that I'm not sure how many people would have actually heard of this card game. I myself knew that it existed, but I wasn't super familiar with it until I started doing research for this video. Once again, there will be links down below in the description to those instructional videos. Feel free to check those out if you so desire. And with that being said, now it's finally time to wrap up this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again really soon. Peace.